Isaiah BRISCOE, born April 13th, 1996. Today's feature is a guy you just knew had enough juice as a junior in high school to be the next great thing. He had the spotlight, strength, game, and interesting pedigree to be a star. It's what everyone thought he would be, but having it all at that age wasn't enough when you make the decisions he made. Salute to Ian the Boss and Samuel Wise for the request. Let's get into what happened. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth. Let's get it. BRISCOE is the cousin of Kyrie Irving and son of a Hall of Fame college player. Born in Newark, New Jersey, he would have all the handles, flash, and charisma you'd expect coming from the East Coast. Lately, the tri-state area hasn't had many guards that made it big with that style or from the Mecca you'd expect. But BRISCOE was well equipped to change that. By his senior year, he already led his team to 2 state titles, was a McDonald's All-American, and consistent dominant player on the AAU circuits. I remember first watching him play and was just astounded by his quick handle and his ability to think on the fly, changing his mind at just the right time to get by defenders. One thing I wasn't sold on was his athleticism, but he showed he wasn't the type of player that really needed that to be effective. Therefore, I don't think that was a big issue with his growth. What I do think was an issue is something you see a lot of guys do, and I believe BRISCOE was the poster boy for this growth stunt. Stunt number 1, college choice. By the end of his senior season, BRISCOE was all everything and the face of the 2015 class. He was the 12th ranked recruit, number 2 point guard behind Malik Newman, and number 1 player in New Jersey. What does this mean? It meant he could choose any school he wanted and enjoy a magic carpet ride straight to the league, especially in an era where the clout machine that is YouTube has staked its social claim as the be-all end-all for some. Isaiah was recruited by all the top East Coast schools along with the blue blood programs like Kentucky, Arizona, and Villanova. BRISCOE would choose Kentucky, stating that Coach Cal was the type of coach that would put you in a position and stage to get to the NBA. But that's just the mindset that got him in trouble. As the clout machine's working, you don't need a big name school or a coach to put you on a stage you're already on. What's more important is that you choose a place big enough that suits your already pro game. Going to Kentucky was a bad choice, and I knew it the day he decided. It was such a clear non-fit that I was baffled that he chose there. BRISCOE is an East Coast kid with an East Coast game to its core. I think he should have kept it that way and went to an East Coast school like Syracuse or UConn. He was perfect to be the next face of East Coast basketball, and he dropped the ball on that one. Another factor in the Kentucky move that hurt him was that he wasn't going into the program to play his natural position and position his game was solely suited for, point guard. If there's any player that's not a 2-position player guy, it's this guy. A point guard through and through. Him playing off the ball was definitely going to hurt him, seeing as Tyler Ulis was still there. Also, at his newfound 2-guard position, there was competition coming in Jamal Murray, a bigger, faster, clouded up shooter that plays both positions better than Isaiah. Terrible fit, and it would show as soon as the games began. BRISCOE debuted with 11 points, 12, 15, 11, and 6 in his first handful of games, playing mostly off the ball and spurts at the point. This would be a steady dose of production throughout the season where he only had 1 20-point game all year and no double-digit assist games. It was clearly a bad fit. He also didn't shoot the ball well at 43%, 46% from the free throw line, and 13% from 3. This is a guy playing combo guard at Kentucky, guys. He would finish the season with averages of 9 points per game, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. Not good enough, and a direct shot in the foot of his NBA chances. Out of position, playing with other dominant guards at the position he plays, who were both NBA draft picks, by the way, and a system that never suited your game from the jump. But things were not about to get better. With a fox ready to get out of its hole, Isaiah would find his growth stunted again. Stunt number 2, class of 2016. BRISCOE was trapped. Having already made a bad college decision, it compounds by players Kentucky had coming in. Kentucky rarely has down years recruiting, and Isaiah's sophomore year wasn't any different. Cal brought in 2 guards that were even better in high school than BRISCOE, or the guards the Wildcats already had at that point in Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox. Fox being the guy that you just knew was going to step right in and command the team. He was a Kentucky and Cal guy for sure. Tall, fast, athletic, and lead guard personality. BRISCOE was in no position to even compete for that spot. You may say he should have just transferred out, but that puts another shot in your foot having to sit out a year, losing some clout, and also placing a stigma on you that you clearly make bad decisions. BRISCOE started off on fire off the ball, but cooled down as the year went on and Fox began to get comfortable and start cooking. Fox was the face of that program, along with a scorching Malik Monk. BRISCOE was a complete afterthought and guy that seemed in the way for the most part. He ended the season averaging 12 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds, shooting 48% from the field and 63% from the free throw line, and also 28% from 3. Those numbers are hideous in a GM's eyes for any kind of guard. Fox by that time had done some amazing things and was a star and surefire lottery pick, maybe even top 2. Monk was also as advertised by the clout machine, which left BRISCOE in the clear back burner spot. Stunt number 3, oh, don't run now. In my opinion, Isaiah should have never went to Kentucky as he just didn't fit the culture. But now that he was already there and didn't transfer after his first year, he was just caught in a horrible circumstance. Transferring after year 2 may have been a better move in hindsight because he just wasn't ready. He hadn't led a team in over 2 years by then, so he needed more time at the position for scouts. But the Wildcats were reloading again. More 5-star recruits at his position and the same situation presenting itself for BRISCOE. So after his sophomore year, he decided to enter the NBA draft. A decision I thought was a bad one, but I understood him not wanting to deal with that back burner situation again and not wanting to be a transfer player that had all those expectations on you. But that was still a bad decision, albeit your only one. BRISCOE went undrafted in 2017. He would play for the Sixers in the Summer League, but ultimately signed with the Portland Trail Blazers, playing 6 preseason games and being waived by the team. A team I thought he fit in, but things just didn't work out. He would go on to play the year on a few overseas teams, then being signed by the Orlando Magic for the following year, making his NBA debut on October 19, 2018, scoring 10 points and 3 assists off the bench. He was waived later in the season after playing 39 games. A guy I have lots of respect for and hope he gets another shot this upcoming season. Salute to everybody that requested this guy and salute to all my subscribers, man. Next video, I'll be announcing the winner of the PS4 Pro, so stay tuned for that. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth, man. I'm out.